Yo, this is Christian. Excuse me for my lousy shirt, but that's how people get dressed on islands. So, today I want to talk about the three biggest mistakes that I see beginners doing that will absolutely prevent them from getting their first job. And I'm saying this from my experience because at some point I was a beginner, I was self taught. I did not go to a boot camp and I did not go to the traditional path, which is go to university, blah, blah, blah. And I did the exact opposite. I used online courses and eventually I got a mentor that helped me out. And I have made these three big mistakes, and I see a lot of people doing the same three mistakes. And I want to help you stop doing them and actually improve your chances of getting your first web dev job. So I really want you to stay until the end because I'm going to share with you a few value bombs that I'm sure they will actually change the way you are looking at this. Okay, the first problem or the first mistake that I see people doing is that they are jumping from course to course. Okay, look, the thing is, the grass is not greener on the other side, but it's greener wherever you water it. What does that mean? If you keep jumping from course to course, then you'll never have the opportunity to actually implement what you are learning. And I don't know if you did that, but whenever I was going through a course, right, there was in the beginning I was doing fairly well. I was understanding all the concepts, but then when it came down to me applying those concepts and building something out of them, I was completely stuck and I was getting frozen. And then I was purchasing another course. And then I was trying this other roadmap. And then I was trying Free Code Camp. Then I was trying Udacity. Then I was trying everything that was under the moon or under the sun, however the saying is. The problem was that I was always starting from zero. Okay, I was always starting from what a variable is, what a function is. Even though I knew that, I just wanted to make sure that I actually understand those things. And the more I was doing that, the dumber I felt, the more frustrated I was feeling, and the more that flame that I had in me that was driving me towards making this career change was kind of dying, even though I really wanted to make that career change. Because I saw that nothing works, I was just frustrated. Just that's the only word that I can use to describe that feeling. And I want you to stop doing that. I want you to stop doing that. Just choose something, a roadmap that works, right? And then just follow that. For example, in my coaching program, I have a very simple roadmap that everyone can use and understand. And whenever they feel like they don't know something, they ask me a question, then I fix that problem or I show them where to go. Maybe they need to go a bit to the left or to the right. They might need to learn this concept. And then when that happens, they are able to stick with the roadmap, okay? So that's the first thing. Stick with one thing. Don't jump from course to course because that's not going to help you. That's just going to hinder your progress, okay? And I'm sorry if my eyes are a bit weird, but the sun is kind of hitting me. The next mistake that I see beginners doing is that they don't get any feedback. I want to give you an analogy. Let's say you want to write a book, right? About witchcraft, magic spells, all this stuff. Well, everyone can do that. Everyone can write, let's say, a 100, 200, 500, even 1,000 word pages book, right? But only one is going to become Harry Potter. Only one is going to become a bestseller. Why is that? Because the way you are making that book matters. Okay, the way you are telling the story matters. And in coding, in programming, the way you are writing your code matters maybe more than the actual final result. Okay? Why is that important? Well, when you are writing your code, first it needs to be clear enough so people can understand it. Okay? You should be able to understand it after a few months. And then you need to be within certain parameters, okay? If you are doing this for fun, then you don't need feedback. You don't need feedback. If you just do this, if you just learn programming for fun, just do your thing. But if you want to become a professional, you need to understand that you are missing a lot of things. If you are not going to a computer science degree, or even if you are taking a computer science degree, you still need to be able to operate in the real world, okay? And that's why you need feedback. That's why you need code reviews, okay? These are super important, and they will make the difference between a beginner, an aspiring developer, and someone that has experience and gets paid to do a job, okay? And I went without feedback for months as well until I got my first mentor. And I see that whenever one of my students has issues, okay, whenever they finish an application, they give it back to me and I find so many things that I can improve, okay? And then when I show them that specifically on their code, they get the concept super fast. And then the next time they'll have less mistakes and less mistakes. And at some point they will internalize the way they should be writing code, and they'll need less and less they'll have to do less and less changes to their code, okay? And that's actually helping them become better developers, okay? The last thing that I see beginners doing is that they are wasting time building toys. Toys such as calculators, to-do apps, Pomodoro apps, random quote generators. While those things are important in the beginning, they shouldn't be in your portfolio, in your CV. Those are things that you are learning with, not things that you are going to the job market to get paid for, okay? Instead, what you should be doing is focus on building real-world, long-term applications. You should be working on an application for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, because that's how you get experience. Think about that. It makes sense. Like, you cannot get experience with React or Redux if the only thing you did is a calculator or a to-do app with React and Redux and TypeScript. That's not how you get experience. That's how you get some exposure to that technology, but that's not how you not how you become a master of that thing. And what you want is to become a master. And whenever you are focusing on building long-term projects, whenever you are focusing on building real applications, that's when you become more as a real developer. Because me and other developers, we are working on the same project for a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years. Projects never end. We are changing projects maybe. If I'm changing my company, I'm gonna work on another project long term, maybe another year, another 2 years, right? And that's why I have such great experience, because I have a lot of tools in my head, I have a lot of creativity, and I know how to plan for the future because I've been working on long-term projects. But if you are just building a weekend project, you are unable to think ahead, to think in the future. And this is one of the biggest things that I see with people. They are focusing just on short-term projects, maybe websites, maybe to-do apps, as I said, maybe calculators. And maybe, yeah, some people get jobs just with that. But then when they get a job, they will often struggle. They will feel like an imposter, even though it's normal to feel like an imposter. But when you don't know how to write your code, when you don't know how to plan and think ahead, you'll feel that pressure more and more and more. And you don't want to be stressed when you're doing this job. You don't want to be stressed. You want to be in control. And if you don't have this experience, you'll never feel in control. You'll always feel like you'll be losing your job, okay? Even if you're a junior developer, you'll still benefit from working on the side on your own long-term projects so you can understand and become better, all right? So these are the things that I have noticed, and I wanted to share them with you. If you like these ideas and you want to work with me personally to help you out with getting your first web dev job, then there is a link in the description and in the first comment, go on that website, read what's on that website, watch the video, then apply for a free consultation call with me. We're gonna jump on a phone, we're gonna talk about what your goals are, what you're struggling with, and then we'll figure out if we can work together long term so I can help you actually build those long-term apps and actually getting that first web dev job. Until next time, cheers.